One of these times I will get that intro right. I promise. I missed like the whole first half of it that time. Good evening, everybody. How are you doing? We are the Showboys Stream Team Podcast, and we have taken over to discuss
Too sweet.
Oh, yes. Just the two of us tonight. But we are discussing Backlash that happened in Lyon, France. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing
that's the location. I just know it was France. I couldn't tell you what actual part. Because it's advertised as Backlash France. So that's the only thing that I really paid attention to.
Now, I actually didn't get to watch it live because I was riding the roller coasters at Cedar Point. But nice. So I got to watch it at work today with the same guy that I watched the last pay-per-view with, who is actually from France.
Okay, not bad.
And so I got like awesome translations of everything that the audience was shouting because I'm like, hey, what are they saying? What are they saying?
So what were they saying?
A lot of the times after a 2 count, they were saying only 2 or just a 2. Because I guess that is over in France. That's what the announcers would always say with the 2 count, just a 2, just a 2. And so that's what they were chanting after every time. And a lot of times they were just saying like amazing or like we're in the States here, we would say this is awesome.
Okay. But I mean, that crowd, that hands down, France, you guys did y'all thing, man. Like, y'all represented completely well. And, like, I did not feel cringe after that. Like,
no,
is that going on? Like, it made me get loud at home.
This was the most amazing crowd I've ever seen for a wrestling event, probably a sporting event. I seen all the pictures of people posting their smartwatches that were going off at the event, saying that they were in over 100 decibels, which could cause permanent hearing loss if they're in there if they're in there for a prolonged time.
Yes,
and that's insane.
I seen it too.
I also fear like future WWE like people suing. Hey, I went deaf at your event and I wasn't told that I could potentially go deaf. But like to watch it on, I didn't watch it live. I watched it on the replay, and the sound was, I don't know how it was live, but the sound on the replay was just terrible.
It was terrible.
Everything was so dampened. You couldn't hear the announcers talking. You couldn't hear.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like the crowd was so hyped. Like that's how it was live. You could barely hear them talking, man.
Like you could tell they had like their ring mics turned off. I mean, it was a raucous, loud crowd. It actually gave me, we'll probably talk about that later, but like the entrances just were mind-blowing, and they were just your basic entrance. But the crowd made this show. The crowd absolutely made this show. This crowd was like, if you do a WrestleMania in France, you're gonna need a hearing aid afterwards. People probably need hearing aids today.
I'm sure they do. I'm sure because they, at the very least, they have migraines that won't go away.
It was amazing. It was super amazing.
Yes, it was. But on that, how amazing the crowd was. Let's get into the first matchup, man.
Yes, our first match of the night was. Hey, I did it.
Yeah, there we go. It was RKO going up against the Bloodline. And my God, like that's when where it was at high pitch for Kevin Owens and Randy Orton.
Oh yeah.
Like KO, you could see he was almost crying. Like just that crowd making you feel that special, that big. Man, I felt the emotion for him and Randy. Like Randy just soaking it all in. Like he's a professional, you know, like to him, this is just, I ain't gonna say another day at the office, but he's used to it. He done been there before.
Oh yeah.
Where,
And you could definitely tell that Randy was feeling it, and he was hamming it up too. He was going, they were both going larger than life, and
yes,
they're
they
just
were.
feeding off the crowd. And they made Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga feel like, especially Solo, man, they were making him feeling hated.
Oh
like
my God. Yes.
If you had never seen an event before and this is the first event, you would think that Solo Sikoa is like the biggest heel in the industry, as much as the crowd was on him. The guy at work I was watching with is like, man, they really don't like him. And I was like,
not at all. Like they, oof.
But
it was crazy. But I mean, it was a good thing though. It's a good thing because it means that he has the heat that he's supposed to have, and you know they're supposed to be booing the bad guys, cheering the good guys. So it helped, but it's like they set the match up for that specifically. Like I don't know if that was something that they made a call on the fly about when they seen that how the energy was going, or if that was the original plan. But the most part, Kevin Owens and Randy Orton, they dominated this match. Like Tama and Solo, they had their moments, but it was essentially just KO and Randy Orton beating the living hell out of them.
Well, this match was actually supposed to be a tag match to start, and they came out and what's his name? I'm gonna mess it up.
Nick Aldis.
I want to say Adam Pearce.
I'm sorry about that. I had ice in my mouth. Nick Aldis came out.
Yeah, and said, if you guys want to fight
started
so
brawling.
Much, if you guys want to fight so much, we'll just make it a street fight. And the crowd went crazy. And I'd have to think that this was planned because, you know, I don't think they just keep kendo sticks under the ring for any reason.
Actually, I believe that they do. just for those rare occasions where you got to make that call on the fly like that.
Yeah, but there was some really good table spots in this match. There was some, oh man, Kevin Owens lining them chairs up. I was like, oh my goodness. And he hit that not fisherman's buster. Yeah, it was a fisherman's buster, but not really. More like a fisherman's suplex off the top there. Through them chairs. And when Randy Orton went up top, I thought Randy Orton was going off the top, and then he posed, and he got me.
Yes, he hasn't pulled that in such a long time. Like, I'm pretty sure everybody popped for that. But man, Tama, I got to give it to him. Like, he sold wonderfully. Like, I hope he wasn't upset that, you know, that the crowd wasn't really behind him. But hey, man, you did an awesome job.
No, he loved it so well in the WWE right now.
Yeah, he does. He does. But
okay, I don't watch much other, you know, I'm pretty much just a WWE guy. So I really didn't know much about Tama Tonga. So when he came, I was like, who's this? And, you know, of course he's a member of the family. But, man, he fits so well.
Yeah, he
does. And he just scares the complete crap out of Paul Heyman, and I'm all for that.
Right. Paul is doing a magnificent job of selling that essentially the bloodline is being overtaken in a hostage situation by Solo and Tama Tonga, in which I guess we could go into how everything actually ended.
Yeah, Kevin Owens hits that top rope spot, and the ref is counting, and he gets pulled out of the ring. And it seems like every time they're in a bloodline match, somebody gets pulled out. The ref gets pulled out of the ring. It's somebody new.
Right. But essentially, Tonga Loa showed up, which is Tama Tonga's brother, his older brother, just so you guys know. What was his name before? Because he used to be in the WWE, when he was teaming with Honcho. I can't remember what his name was back then, but yeah, it's been some years since he's been in WWE. And my God, I was hoping that his brother would come and join him, and he did just that. Showed up, pulling the referee out of the ring, and they essentially polished off KO and Randy. Bloodline picked up the victory.
Swinging the steps.
Yep. So the Bloodline grew in numbers. We're up to, I guess you would say, 4 members because Paul is still there.
Yeah. He actually stops them from beating on Kevin Owens.
Right. Like Paul is like, oh my God. Like, in which I can't wait till we get to the apex of this first act, because I really want to know what is going on. Like, is this really Solo just taking over, calling his shot, being that Roman kept saying that he was the next in line? Or if it's like The Rock telling him to do this, is it Roman telling him to do this and Roman want to get rid of Paul? Like, it's so many different ways that they can go with this story. I just can't wait to find out what.
And I don't think they can go wrong at this point.
No, they can't. They can't.
Now, I think they said something on SmackDown about Paul Heyman being in contact with Roman. So you would think if
he's not in contact with Roman. He hasn't spoken to Roman since WrestleMania.
But
Paul Heyman cannot get in contact with the tribal chief.
Yeah, there's no way. He looked terrified here when he stood up beside him and put his finger up. He's a scared man.
That he is.
I think it's I don't know if we're gonna see a turn on him. But
I don't like, okay, if they end up attacking Paul, you got to know that it's probably going to be the Usos making the save, because after this, we see. Well, was it immediately after this?
No, it was right before Jay's match.
Yeah, it was right before Jay's match that all 4 walked past Jay, but they do it like one at a time.
Yeah,
in which Tama Tonga, him and Jay have a bit of a stare down, and then Paul comes by, all like with this forewarning expression on his face,
like this save me look.
Right, like it's like he's telling Jay, don't do it now, but save me.
Yeah, definitely. I should have took a screenshot of that because it was definitely a cry for help. If you could cry for help with the facial expression, that's what he did right then and there.
Right, because he was like, just but help me. Don't do it now, but help me, please.
Yeah, it was really good. Really good. And I think we're going to see some really good tag matches. We need those Usos to get back together. And, oh, man, these are going to be good matches.
If they do get back, I don't want them to get back together in terms of long term. I want them to come together, do whatever they're going to do with this new formulation of the Bloodline. And then Jay goes back to doing his thing, because I need Jay with some single gold.
He's a single star, man.
Yeah, he is. He is. I need Jay to have singles gold before he do anything else, before he touch any other tag title or whatever the case may be. Give him singles gold. You have to.
Yep. All right. Moving on. Our next match was Bayley taking on Naomi and Tiffany Stratton in a triple threat match.
Listen, so you know when Civ acts like about the crowd moments, the crowd highlights. So if I'm correct, I said it was Jay, then Randy and KO, Cody, but Naomi also got a huge response. Like, all 3 of these ladies got a huge response, but Naomi's was just just wow, it was amazing. Like, I don't know what the plan is for Naomi moving forward, but the world loves Naomi. You got to do something with her.
I mean, like, yeah, it was, the crowd was very divided in this match. Like, there was some people chanting Tiffy time, and some people and people chanting for, like, the pop Naomi got was huge, and everybody, you know, hey Bailey.
Right. So like it was, and then the match. Oh my God! Like these three ladies, they have such good chemistry together.
Yeah, and they broke the mold for like your regular triple threat match. Usually it's, oh, let's throw one person out so these two can fight, and then this person's going to come back in and try to take advantage, and then these two are going to fight. Get rid of this person for a little bit. Like, for the majority of the match, they were all three in the ring, or all three there. Yeah. And it really, it was a little, there was some spots where it seemed like some people weren't in the right place, but they coordinated like together, and it was a really good match.
Yeah, because it was like, it was one of those things where like they really couldn't make calls to each other the way that they needed to. But
yeah, especially with the volume of that place.
Yeah, they was able to still pull it together and flow pretty much seamlessly. And the oh my God, the double foot stumps that Tiffany Stratton gave to Naomi and Bailey. Like, she gave Naomi one first, which allowed Bailey to go into a pin attempt, and then she seen it and was like, what the hell? And then she just stuffed it out of Bailey. Like, it was fantastic. And keep in mind now,
really good.
I'm not a Tiffany Stratton fan. I do not like her. Well, I like the person. She is okay. But in terms of the character, I do not like her. I am not a fan. Boo, Tiffany Stratton. Boo.
Man.
But yeah,
so, I had no way thought that Bailey was going to lose this match going into it.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. So, of course, I don't think anybody thought that Bailey was going to lose. Like, we all knew, at the very least, us here in the States. I'm sorry, people of France, if you guys thought something major was going to happen, but it's Backlash. It's still Backlash. Wasn't nothing too major going to happen. We knew Bailey was going to retain. The question was just going to be how and what would be the story coming out of it.
Yeah.
In which it was a nice exchange. They got rid of Tiffany Stratton, and it came down to her and Naomi.
Yeah, they got rid of,
in all honesty,
3D.
Yeah, they hit her with a 3D, which was it was amazing to see. And the sequence that they had, you did not think that the match was about to end. Naomi went for a crucifix pin, and Bailey reversed it into her own pin, and Bailey won. It was just simple as that. And you know, like it's one of those times where I'm not going to say it necessarily worked, but it's okay in the moment, showcasing that, hey, you can win a match, and it doesn't have to be your finisher that finish it off, or some kind of DQ or anything like that. There,
especially I having a roll up at a premium live event really just kind of shows that this is nowhere near the end of this story even.
Right. So that's why I'm wondering, what are they going to do? I'm pretty sure we're probably going to go into Money in the Bank. Maybe it's going to come down between like Tiffany Stratton and Naomi, and one of them is going to end up with the briefcase.
Yeah.
They did a good job of keeping both ladies strong. Tiffany, she's not in the ring. Naomi just getting outdid in a roll up attempt.
Yeah, and then, like, afterwards she gave Bailey a hug and she's like, "You got me," you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a very good match. Very well put together. I liked how it, like I said, broke the mold of your traditional triple threat matches.
Yeah, ladies, you killed it. Thank you very much for putting on a wonderful performance. But now, let's talk about Yeet. Because that's what it was. It was Yeet time.
This was probably the greatest entrance like the most high energy crowd. And I would imagine that at the beginning of the night, Jay was going to enter down the ramp.
Yeah.
And he saw that crowd and he's like,
nah, I got to be a part of this.
I'm going up there. I got to go. Because it was, I bet he couldn't even hear. I bet it sounded like a flashbang went off by the time he got to the ring. Because that crowd was so loud.
I'm talking about the minute the music hit, the whole arena.
Just with their phones and.
Right. Like, if you have epilepsy,
yeah, do not watch this part. But
do not, because you just see lights moving because everybody just.
It is something that you have to see, though. That if you're not a fan of wrestling, watch this, because this crowd was enough to draw you in. Like,
right, you would think Jay is the top babyface in the company, the way that the crowd reacted. Because if you watch the whole pay-per-view, nobody else got the reaction that he did. Like everybody, like they had some loud reactions. Like I said, like KO, Randy, Naomi, even Cody. But Jay's, my God.
Yeah. It was.
If this was back in the Attitude Era, back in the days, if the Booker or just say Vince would have heard that reaction, everybody would have heard that reaction. Like, they would have been like, hey, nah, put the title on him. He winning the match tonight. Like, forget that. Like, we can put the title back on Damian some other time. Right now, put that title on him. Let's see what we do. Because that's how well the reaction was.
I was going into this match thinking that there was no way that Jay was going to win this match. But some of those spots and some of those falls, and then Judgment Day getting involved and him hitting that second Uso splash, I was like, the first Uso splash kicked out. When he hit that second Uso splash, I honestly thought that they were about to do a title change on Damian Priest.
Yeah.
But
they actually had reeled me in.
Yeah, and I wasn't. I expected almost like the first out of the States premium live event they did. It was just going to be a glorified house show.
Yeah,
and it really set itself apart, because
it did do that. Like this new era that they're showcasing that, hey, this is something new. And these guys, they went out there, they gave their all. Damian Priest, he looks like essentially the monster that he's supposed to look like making him look like, hey, I am the champion. I am a tough guy. Like, I can do this. I can dominate, while at the same time allowing Jay to be that ultimate babyface, essentially.
Yeah,
because when the Judgment Day got involved,
Damian did not
Jay
look
just
happy.
essentially super kicking him, and then Finn came in, he super kicked him, and like it's just the whole build up, the whole storytelling.
Yeah,
it made you truly believe like
if
this is the moment.
If this was at WrestleMania, Jay would have walked out of there with the title, and it would have been that moment.
Yeah. In which leading into Damian winning, but also telling the story that we are starting to see big cracks in the Judgment Day.
After the match, JD McDonough and Finn come in and start putting the boots to Jay, and Damian stops them.
Yeah, Damian. I'm talking about aggressively stopping them, like, hey, get back
up and grabs Finn by the chin, and telling him,
like Finn stepped up, like, hey man, what you doing?
I really
something's coming.
If they would have attacked him right there, I would have been all right with it.
Okay, here's my thing. How fast do they want to pull the trigger on this? Because what was the initial plan?
I don't know. I feel like you can't pull the trigger on it with Rhea not being part of it.
No, I feel like that's actually the perfect catalyst to pull the trigger with Rhea not being a part of it.
Because she's
Because
not there to stop them.
bingo. Mommy was the one that held them together. She did it with her being gone, because you got to know when Rhea comes back, she's gonna be face. She's gonna be over.
Oh yeah.
So going ahead and breaking up the Judgment Day makes all the sense in the world. But what direction do you go in? Do you keep Priest a heel? Make him a face? You know,
I
like,
think there's no way that Priest comes out of this a heel. If he's defending Jay right there, I don't know though, because you would think if he was defending him, I was part of me was expecting him to go over and help Jay up and raise Jay's hand up.
yeah, I was kind of expecting that too, but nah, he just kind of stepped over him and lifted the title up. Like, I think it's one of those situations because, like he said, like after they last, interaction in last match, him and Jay went out, they had drinks, and they was talking about how they was going to be up next and all of that stuff there. So I could see it being like, hey, I have respect for him. He fought hard. Hell, he even kicked your guy's ass while at the same time trying to kick my ass. So leave him alone. Like, the job is done. Let's just go. All right.
But I mean, yeah, they can go a lot with this. We could even see some tag team matches here if the split up goes that way.
Truthfully, out of all of them, I feel like, I could be wrong now, Damian actually needs the Judgment Day. Because while he was in NXT, yeah, we supported him, but he wasn't. He never really hit the mark for me in terms of like, I was entertained by him per se. Like, his in-ring work, great, it's fantastic, but like him trying to get his character over just was never entertaining to me. So I can't
stop staring at that picture. He's staring right at me. I gotta look away for a minute.
Well, look, listen, I deal with people that stare at me like that every day, so it's nothing for me. I'll slap it. I'll slap his face. I
feel like they could, if they do split up, JD and Finn could probably make a pretty good tag team. But I feel like I don't want that. I feel like if the Judgment Day splits up, they don't have much for JD. I mean, Finn Balor can always just go back to being Finn Balor.
I would much rather him keep at what he's doing now. Just dial it up just a little bit and just full on bring back the Prince Devitt.
Yep.
So that way, we can get that. And which we have so many people that are former Bullet Club. Hell, give us Bullet Club shit.
Right at this point, yeah.
Like, I would not be against it.
I mean, they might even, if they get rid of Damian, they might even have room. I see R-Truth walking up. Hey, I heard you guys not an extra spot now.
Right.
This was a very good match. This was good.
Yeah. Like I said, it did a job of keeping Jay strong, making him look good, and making Damian look good as well. As a like a top contender. I mean, not a top contender, a top champion. Someone who can actually be taken as a serious threat. Even though, again, Judgment Day got involved, and you got a question: had they not got involved, would Jay be a champion?
I'm pretty sure that's going to be one of the big catalysts in them, is saying, you say you don't need us, but then they could even show in the video of right here's where we saved you from losing this match.
Yeah.
When he put his foot up on the rope, I'm pretty sure
JD Madonna putting that foot on the rope is what
pretty
saved
sure
him.
He wasn't getting out. I was almost sure he wasn't getting out.
Yeah, no. He wasn't going to get up. He wasn't. It took him a bit to get up after that. Like, Jay went outside the ring, messed up JD Madonna, then went around, messed up Finn.
Yeah.
So that like he had time to actually recover. So that's what saved him.
Yep.
Yeah, Damian Priest, still world heavyweight champion.
Yes.
But now, this match, oh my God. Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair going up against the Kabuki Warriors. So in our predictions, like we predicted, with amongst each other, who would win. I said Bianca and Jade, because come on, if there was going to be a title change, this was it.
Yep.
You got Jade Cargill, somebody that you don't plan on having her lose. You got Bianca Belair. She's pretty much your female John Cena. You're not really going to have her lose. You got both of them on the same team together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No-brainer.
Right.
And if there's, I love the Kabuki Warriors, and I love what they do. But if you're looking for somebody to elevate those titles, these are the two women that you put those titles on.
Yeah.
Because I love the Kabuki Warriors, but not being able to talk on the mic, and Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair are both wonderful on the mic. And well, Jade Cargill, she don't have to say much to get her point across. Anyways,
no, that's the whole point. In which
this match was so
the
good.
selling point for it.
It was weird during the match. There was a little confusion as to like who was the active person, and the ref had to kind of set them straight.
You know what? Actually, the ref never got it straight. I'm not sure if that was intentional or.
I think there was a tag and he didn't see it. I don't know if the ref.
No, it was never that. So like, okay, so towards the end of the match, it was a spot where Bianca was in trouble, and Jay was laid out on the outside of the ring because Asuka had threw her into the steps. So Jay finally makes a recovery, come back in to save Bianca. In this, Bianca rolls out of the ring. Asuka and Kyrie, they start double teaming her, but Jay, like, this is when the friction started to go off. Jay was doing good, but some of the spots she wasn't really catching on to, so they had to make adjustments on the fly. There we go. Words, I can't talk. And so Bianca came back in to help. Kabuki Warriors, they hit their finisher, was from the pin Bianca, who is the rightful person. But then Jay came back, made the save. They mixed it up some more, and in that, the person that was supposed to be in the ring was Kyrie. It was supposed to be Kyrie and Bianca, but Kyrie went to go pin Jay, and then Jay tried to pin Asuka. It was like, I'm pretty sure like the confusion was probably just in.
I'm confused right now.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Because
at that point, I could have seen Asuka pin Kyrie, and I'd probably been looking for the 3 count.
Asuka, the new women's tag team champion. Pick your partner, Asuka.
Yeah, she takes both the belts and just walks out. No, but this match was really good. There was some spots that were pretty amazing, though.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Jade Cargill, she just performs.
Yeah, she's getting better and better.
We had the double submission and the double power bombs. It looked really good.
And the spot where Kyrie went to go jump off the top rope, Jay caught her in a powerbomb position.
Oh.
And then she spent her around into the electric chair position, and then just yeeted her up in the air and caught her for Jaded and just bang.
And I mean, Kyrie is small.
Yeah.
But she ain't that small.
No, she's not. Like, and like that
she
takes timing and effort, around there, and they was on it. They was like it smooth. It went smooth. That like it was so
insane.
Good.
It was insane.
Yes, it was. My God.
But yeah,
like
she hit
Jade
that.
look amazing. You could tell
she hit that
working
Jaded,
her ass off.
And then Bianca Belair comes in and hits the KOD on Asuka on top of Kyrie and takes the pin. And you're new. I don't know how to do this.
And you're new women tag team champions. Wait. No. Let's do it let me do it the way that Bianca.
Let me rewind it. I don't know how that works either.
Finally done with Judgment Day, and new women tag team champions Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair. My God. Like that was Bianca's selling point the whole night because they did an interview with them. And Bianca was like, I'm done. I'm over them. I'm done. Like, I'm sick of seeing Damage Control. Like, ain't you done with them? Aren't you done? I'm tired of seeing them. You tired of seeing them? Like, I'm just
Hola,
like,
Mikey. Oh, wait, sorry. Bonjour, Mikey.
Bundori.
But yeah, this match was so good. It hit on all the levels. It went exactly how I thought it was going to go. Good stuff. And I'll tell you what, the Kabuki Warriors, they were selling like crazy. And every time they get thrown up in the air, their screams were just so hilarious. Yeah. It was almost goofy to a point.
I think that's kind of the point because like they do a good job in the roles that they play.
Oh yeah.
And Asuka, Kyrie, like they just nailed it.
If Jade Cargill and Bianca didn't already need the shine, they were totally given the shine in this.
Yeah. I mean, as that new tag team, you know, working well together, well-oiled machine. Yeah.
And but I'm Kyrie very excited to see
Asuka did not
where they go from this
at all. Well, Damage Control heading over to Raw.
Yep.
Something telling me because like Bianca, like, okay, so you know, like you recently just got back around into wrestling, so like I don't think you was watching NXT when Bianca was down there, right?
A little bit, but not much.
Okay, well, you know, she was a heel down there.
Yeah.
I feel as if Bianca and Jade are going to end up becoming heels.
Yeah, when Jade first came, I thought that's how they were going to portray her.
Yeah,
but I mean, if you look at a lot of the tag team that are right now that are women, there's a lot of heels or just people who are kind of undefined at this point. And I think if they want to elevate the tag division, they really do need to draw some more hard lines there between who's good and who's bad.
Yeah, they definitely got to get some in-depth stories going on with the tag team division and you know, they got to get some teams that make the titles and not let the titles make them.
Yep. And I definitely
a lot of these women are just getting the titles put on them just to have the titles, and you're not doing anything with it. You're not making it, you're not making it relevant. You're not making yourself relevant. They need some relevancy. Maybe Bianca and Jade can bring that, and they can get some stories flowing.
Yeah, I mean, and this is, you know, Jade's first title in WWE.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
made a debut at the Rumble by Backlash. She's a champion. Yeah.
I'm just super sad that this team's going to break up one of these days. And I really hope that it doesn't lead to a WrestleMania match, because you know how I feel about Bianca Belair's WrestleMania streak. And if there's one person that can end it, she's on your screen right now.
Yeah, you're right about that, but I can't see Bianca losing that Mania. So
you agree with me on this streak?
I don't think. Huh? Yeah. I don't know, because in my mind, I see it becoming some kind of faction between Naomi, Jade, and Bianca. It's what I see happening.
Yeah.
So, but we'll see where that goes. We'll see what happens on this upcoming SmackDown and the weeks leading to SummerSlam.
But this was a great match. This was, I don't even want to say like I had a match of the night, but this was up there. There was,
there was
a lot of gas at this event.
Yeah, but match of the night, Match of the night, I would actually have to say goes to the main event. That being Cody Rhodes and AJ Styles.
Man, and let's just
As
take
Michael
a
Cole
second.
says, two former leaders of the Bullet Club.
Right. Yep.
Michael
AJ's hair
Cole.
looks so nice and feathered right there. I can really get behind that.
Right, but no, Cody Rhodes has never been a leader of the Bullet Club. Just so everybody could know, Cody Rhodes, he was in the Bullet Club alongside Kenny Omega, Tama Tonga, and Tonga Loa. You know, Carl Anderson. Wait, was Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows still there when Cody was? Yeah, he was. They left first.
I don't think they were in there too long. Like I said, I don't know much about the outside of the WWE.
I mean, they was in there for a bit, but like it's been a lot of people that went through New Japan and became part of the Bullet Club back when the Bullet Club was the thing to be in. But yeah, Cody Rhodes was never a leader of the Bullet Club. But AJ Styles, he was. I want to say AJ Styles was he was the second leader of the Bullet Club. It went Finn Balor, who started it, and then it was AJ Styles. So yeah.
Now, was it Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa? They were both in the Bullet Club at the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was trying to do some research on Tonga Loa, mostly so I could say his name correctly. No, but this match was good.
Evil. Who else? It was a few of them. Bullet Club was pretty huge, man, in the beginning.
And
but yeah,
the crowd.
Yeah, the
crowd for singing Cody's song was amazing.
My God. I'm trying to tell you. Like they was with it. Cody being the essential face of the company that he is. He took it on his chest. He strutted with pride, and he just absorbed everything in and interacted with the crowd, and just kept them fired up. Like this is the only time that you're going to see a event, WWE Premium Live Event, where from starting match to ending match, the crowd never lost excitement.
Yeah, and if watching the press conference, Triple H said he saw how hyped up everybody was before the event, and he was worried that they were getting so hyped before the event started that they were gonna be cold by the time the event started, because they had so much energy and they just kept it the entire time.
Yep,
you could see it on Cody's face. He kind of broke and just couldn't quit smiling as he was walking to the ring, and the announcer gets in to announce the match, and they cut the music, and the crowd just keeps singing, and she's just standing there waiting, and they just kept going. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was amazing, man.
And then I still gripe about AJ's new music. They just need to go back to his old song, man. I just can't get behind it.
It's not bad. It's not. I think the problem with the new music is it doesn't really fit him per se. Like it does, but doesn't.
Yeah.
Like maybe if he was in a group, the music would actually work.
Yeah.
I think that's the problem. Yeah, that's the problem. Like he needs a group. Unfortunately, like even though the OC, the club, they are on SmackDown, I don't think that they're getting back together, being that AJ was a bit of an asshole and a jerk to them.
Yeah, he was.
So yeah, we just have to see how that goes. But yeah, they had a excellent back and forth, the chemistry between Cody Rhodes and AJ Styles, storytelling. My God, the match. 8 out of 10 match for me, man. Like,
yeah. Oh, easily.
Like, yeah, they took each other to the limits. I'm talking about the metaphorical bag of tricks, that they always talk about, they definitely dug deep into their bag of tricks and pulled out all the stops, man.
Yeah, this was very good. This was a clinic in storytelling and, you know, your beginning, middle, and end of the match and just tying everything together. It was really good.
Yeah, and AJ wearing the Undertaker's scheme gear.
No, that was actually his ring gear was actually the ring gear that 17 years ago he won the title off of Dusty Rhodes.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's Undertaker themed, and man, like just so many callbacks to everything. And
yeah, and you know AJ's like probably at home digging through his gear trying to find that gear. He's like, oh man, I'll wear this from when I beat your daddy.
Right, and so it was a spot where he tried to hit the tombstone.
Yeah, he looked like he was going for the tombstone.
But Cody reversed it, and then he reversed that, and then like it was crazy and amazing, man. Like you got to go watch it.
Yeah, definitely.
Like they kept reversing each other in that move into another move, and then into another move, and it was so masterful, man. Two great wrestlers at work, just so beautiful, man.
Yeah, it was definitely a match.
Right,
I mean,
but
yeah, it was definitely a match. But this was
it ultimately came down to Cody hitting that I guess you would want to say a super Cody cutter, because he came off of the top rope.
Yes, and I'll tell you what, it looked so good. AJ Styles took that so well. It looked perfect. Like,
right, like Cody was damn near doing a backflip.
Yeah,
when he grabbed AJ's head and came down for the cutter, and AJ landed it so nicely and sold it. Just like you knew, like he was done, but Cody went that extra step and gave him a crossroads. Bam, one crossroads, and 1, 2, 3. Cody Rhodes is still your undisputed WWE Universal Champion. There we go.
Yeah, that was. I kind of like getting away from the needing 3 crossroads to beat every person you come against, and just that one. I mean, it was coming off the Super Cody Cutter, but
right. But I mean, yeah, like if Cody's going to be your face of the company, he does not need to hit 3 crossroads against everybody at this point.
Yep, and
like, it need to be reserved for the big people.
Like I didn't doubt that Cody Rhodes was going to keep this title, but right now you just need to put him up against good people and have good matches. And you can't think of anybody right out of the gate aside from AJ Styles to have a really good match against. Right,
but the question is, who does he go up against now?
I don't know. They asked him that in the press conference, and he's like, "Well, whoever Paul puts me up against, he's the booker." It's like that's just a good answer.
Right. Such a good answer, but like looking at everything, because let's see.
Oh, also one thing I wanted to point out was Jessica Carr, the female ref for the WWE. Actually made history being the first woman to referee a main event at a premium live event.
Yeah, that she did. Congratulations to Jessica on
that. Was really cool. She had like pictures up on Twitter of like her holding up the championship title and stuff. And then like her handing it to Cody at the end of the match. And she did amazing.
Yeah, she really did. She did an excellent job.
Definitely congratulations to her.
Also somebody else that got a good pop, Samantha Irvin.
Oh yeah.
Like before the show, you know, like they announced, you know, the announcers and all that stuff to come out. Samantha Irvin got a huge pop in which she was all crying and like, thank you. Oh my God. It was nice to see that Samantha, a ring announcer, is getting so much love.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was your pay-per-view, man.
I mean, I give this between the matches, the quality of the matches, for only being a 5-match card, they filled it out so well. Everybody, I kind of like these smaller match cards because everybody has the time and nothing feels like it's just rushed. They don't feel rushed for time. Everybody,
Yeah,
I mean,
not
all
at
the
all.
matches I didn't write down the match lengths or anything, but everything was decent length and got it beginning, middle, end. Didn't feel like it was rushed or nothing like that. It was just really good.
Yeah.
Between that and the crowd, like I give the pay-per-view as a whole probably a 9 out of 10. This was just a really good event. Just the fact that, like, I don't know if I would have given it a 9 out of 10 if it was in the States, even with the crowd. But the fact that, you know, they went across the sea, really took a gamble, I think. But this solidified to me that we're probably going to start seeing a lot more premium live events out of the States. And I feel within maybe the next 4 or 5 years, we're going to see a WrestleMania take place outside of the States.
Hey, he said he want to talk to the mayor of London again. Triple H
Yep.
said that. So
I have a feeling we're going to see a WrestleMania over in England.
Yeah, I would not be against that. The only thing that I actually be against is, the last pay-per-view that was in England. Like, what was the time for us? Like, it was like early in the morning, wasn't it?
Oh, it was like it started at 5 in the morning because I started watching it at work.
Yeah. So like, yeah, that's gonna kill me. But outside of that,
Plus, if it keeps up like this, WWE is gonna their merchandising sales. They're gonna have to start selling like wrestler themed earmuffs.
I'm pretty sure they already got some.
Just so you don't go deaf.
Right.
But it was just
get you
a
some John
phenomenal
Cena
event,
earmuffs.
right?
You know.
You can't hear me.
Right.
No,
but yeah, if I had to rank it, I would I would probably say, being that it's a day after I've been able to sit on it. Yeah, I would give it an 8 out of 10. I don't want to go too high. Like, the crowd was fantastic. All the matches were good. Everybody had time. I can't really say that it's anything taken away from it per se, outside of the fact that, like, you could have gambled a little bit more, because you could have put the title on Jay and then had Damian win it back Monday on Raw.
See, I don't know. I feel like I feel like Cody wouldn't have gotten that much of a shine as he did in the main event if Jay had won the title earlier.
Oh, no. Cody would have still got the love that he got.
I mean, yeah, because that's the thing.
That crowd was with everybody,
beginning to end.
Yeah, like they were still gonna pop. They were still gonna pop.
I seen a clip where I need to watch it, but I didn't get a chance to. Where Cody was talking to the crowd after the event, and I always love watching those.
Yeah, Cody always stay behind and give a lot of love to the people in attendance. So
yeah,
we go to Cody Rhodes on that. But yeah, like, had Jay actually won, like, oh my God, like, matter of fact, the crowd would have probably been even more excited, because then you could have actually had Jay come out there to celebrate with Cody. Like, come on, man.
Yeah,
like, that would like just like we would have seen people passing out like they used to do with Michael Jackson.
Yeah. Yeah. But this was quality. It makes me very excited for like the future of overseas, worldwide, bringing in more stars, because when you're worldwide, you have a lot more reach. I mean, and they already bring in some people from everywhere, but it was so good. And this is what's going to really put them ahead of the other organizations, is just their reach. I think we might have lost Kumano. This is no bueno. but this was very good. Like I said, I definitely give it a 9 out of 10. Not the perfect event, but you couldn't do much more with it. We're going to try to give Kumano a second to get back here because I wanted to see his reaction to my wonderful announcement that I have. But I don't know if he's going to make it. There he goes. We got him back.
Okay, that was me that went out. Yeah, that was me. That was me. My bad.
Do you think it was me
I can't
again?
remember what the hell I was saying.
I actually have it up on my other screen here, a message to you saying, "Hey, I lost connection."
Essentially.
Yeah, because if I lost connection today, I don't know who I was talking to. Since Civ couldn't join us today, he had some other things he had to take care of.
Like, I know.
Oh, we lost him again, everybody. Are you with us?
I'm back now. Yeah. Okay. So I know that it's storming here. So maybe that has something to do with it. Because I'm looking at everything like, okay, it's hardwire connected. It says that everything is good. I'm not seeing what's the problem. So I'm assuming that it's a storm that got something to do with it.
Don't jiggle the wire.
Right.
So where we go from here, I feel like WWE is putting a lot into the King and Queen of the Ring that's coming up.
Yeah.
And I feel like those matches just in general are going to have a lot of implications for the future matches, and they're going to set up a lot of stuff.
Right. I believe going into the King and
I've noticed it only happens when he tries to talk.
I think you don't want me to talk. I believe that's
it's only when you talk, man. It's only when you talk. I love it.
Yeah. See, it's only when I talk.
All right. What were you saying? Oh no, it's not even when he talks.
Right. Like I don't know what it is. I truly don't. But like I was about to say before I keep being rudely interrupted by whatever's going on.
I love this. Oh, I can't wait to see the clips of this. Here he goes. Oh my gosh, this is the best thing ever.
This is just sad. This is just sad. It was a sad occasion.
All right. Well, I think we might have to call it a wrap here.
Yeah, let's call it a wrap. Completely. I'm throwing in the towel.
Well, before that, tell us where we can find you while we've still got you here. You can find over on twitch.tv, kumanodadon, the cartel.
Yeah.
He does this awesome thing with his buddy. They have their own now he's frozen mid-drink. I'm done. But they have their own rosters, their own world for 2K24. It's very cool. Go over and watch him sometime. Watch him lag on Twitch.
Oh my god.
I can still hear him now. Just the camera's froze up. And you can find me over on twitch.tv/uglykidjoecross. I will tell you guys that I might be taking a little bit of a break from streaming for a while. I actually left work a little earlier today and went and watched a local professional wrestling organization that just started up. And that was really cool. They let my granddaughter go in the ring and hold the American flag for the national anthem. And it was super awesome. And I actually next Monday have a tryout. And if I pass my tryout, I will be going to school to be a amateur professional wrestler. if I can, I think I might have to do like a GoFundMe because it's a couple bucks. But so yeah, stay tuned for my GoFundMe. Until then, if you do have some extra dollars to throw them at the Showboys Patreon. They let us come over and take over for them, and we have a good time doing this. It's nice to have people to talk with wrestling about. So if you guys have anything you'd like to say, come and say it. Let us know in the comments. Come over to the Discord. Hang out with us there in the What's Wrestling chat. They call it rasslin, which is somewhat offensive, but no, we have a good time. And I'm very excited for the future of WWE. Kumano, thank you for being here with me. Siv, hopefully we'll see you next time, my friend.
Yes, indeed. Hopefully we see Siv
I'm not
next
even
time.
sure when the next pay-per-view is. So
me either.
You guys probably know when you'll see us next before I know when I'll see us next.
Right. I'm an old man now. I can't remember.
Right?
Can't remember nothing.
Well, that's like bioassassin put in the chat. He's like, hey, this is like next week. And I was like, I had no clue.
Right.
Time goes so fast.
It came so fast. So fast.
Right? But maybe next time you guys see me, I'll be in my ring gear. But take care, everybody. Thank you so much. Do the follow thing and the click and the bells and all that. I don't understand how YouTube works. We'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Peace.
I don't feel right acknowledging my tribal chief anymore.
Right. Solo is not my tribal chief.
Right? All right. Take care, everybody. Thank you so much.